Hello, this is Frank.
Hi, Frank. This is Dave Cotter with Integrity Capital. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, we are a commercial mortgage brokerage firm here in Arizona, and I just wanted to reach out to learn a little bit more about your programs and possibly discuss some opportunities for mutually acceptable referral relationships.
Oh, I appreciate it. Not interested though. We have horrible relationships. Anytime a lender that's a broker comes into play, it just causes a huge mess. Not interested.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Sounds like there was some really bad experiences with guys that maybe just didn't follow through and just had some integrity issues. Does that sound correct to you?
Yeah, not just one or two. Many of them. I can't even keep count anymore.
Wow, that's really unfortunate. We've run into that as well on our side of the coin, and so I completely understand that. And maybe perhaps if there was some time that we could get together, maybe just even to get to know me a little bit more before we even have that discussion.
No, you know what? I actually have a call coming in from a client, so I should probably actually get going right now.
Yeah, I completely understand. Thank you for your honesty, and I really appreciate you taking the time.
All right, we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so that was completely a what would deem to be unsuccessful from
Yep.
most people's perspective is that he was really seemingly to be rude, put off, didn't want to have the discussion, had a lot of negative experiences. He didn't even allow me to go further down the road with him, wasn't open at all. And if you noticed at the end, he just literally probably didn't have a call, but he wanted to get off the call, which happens, and that's okay. And so if you noticed, I tried to navigate a little bit of that by affirming, again, because we're always trying to affirm the negative statement or the negation or the pushback or the rebuttal. But he wasn't going to have it. He just wasn't going to allow us to go down the road and perhaps even have that discussion. Our response to that, again, by disconnecting or disassociating from the circumstance emotionally so that you can be effective to not take it personally. He's had a lot of bad experiences. So, and if you were in his shoes, quite frankly, you probably feel the same way. And so we are okay to just affirm that, understand that, be okay with it. And if you noticed towards the end of it, at least perhaps the end, I thanked him. I actually thanked him for being so honest. I think that's something that you can use as a tool in your tool chest to leave a aroma of graciousness to people just by thanking them for their honesty. So you can try to find some reason to be thankful. The other reason we can be thankful in those particular circumstances is because they have made our job so much easier. Now we have been able to virtually disqualify somebody really, really fast. We didn't have to go through a coffee or lunch and months of calling before we find out they're never going to send us a deal. It happened fast. So there's definitely reasons to be thankful when someone is, completely rude and put offish and just doesn't even want to go further. And quite frankly, if we have a little bit more of a mature perspective, who knows what just happened to them? Maybe they just found out something happened to their kid. Maybe their mom's sick. We just don't know. And so I think it's important to just at least have that perspective, not only because I think it's healthy, but it's also good for you to be compassionate that, maybe somebody's just having a bad day. And who knows, quite frankly, as I try to wrap up my comments here, you may run into this person years down the road or even months down the road at a networking event, And they may come up to you. I've had that happen before. Just, hey, I'm really sorry. I was really a jerk to you. And, da, 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 da. And then who knows, you may end up doing business with them down the road. So you always want to think with a long-term perspective. I haven't done this at times in my life. I regretted it. Just have the wisdom and foresight to say, I'm going to treat everybody with respect. I'm going to be kind to everybody in spite of how they respond. And I think you'll find there might be a few times where that actually pays off in terms of you doing business with those people down the road. So any thoughts or comments on that, Dan?
I agree. There have been times where I've fallen in that trap where it doesn't go so well, but I keep trying and trying, and it ends up being just a waste of my time and their time. So ultimately, that is a gift in itself when they're hard on you that way. Just no, not interested. Just take it and move on. There's many other people out there that will be willing to have that relationship. So don't feel down after that.
Yeah, it's really good. So this is the call with a banker where it did not go the way we wanted, where there was some heavy, heavy pushback. And so we are learning how to navigate those and them, realizing it's a positive thing for our cold calling.